Hi, welcome to MattCast. This is Matt. This is part of a 4-part series about how to interact with the Luna server. In this video, we're going to talk about how to SCP files from your local computer onto the Luna box so that they can be served. If you're outside of the Mines campus, this can be particularly difficult. Luckily, WinSCP has foreseen this difficulty and gives us a way to hop through a computer and SCP to another computer. So let's say locally I have this website with an index page that says hello website. I want to get this file onto my home directory on the Luna server, but I'm outside of the Mines campus. If you're inside of the Mines campus, this becomes a lot easier. On Windows, you want to get WinSCP. I already have a session saved that will do this for me, but let's pretend I didn't. So we want to SSH first into Imagine and then into Luna. SCP works over the SSH protocol and then transfers files. So let's pretend we were inside of the Mines campus. I could type this. Hostname is Luna, port number 22. That's my username. And you could put your password there if you wanted to. You can save passwords so that you don't have to type it in every time. From here, I could save this as a new session. Let's call it Luna Internal because we're going to connect to Luna internally. And then I could log in and I could transfer files. But I'm outside of the Mines campus and this becomes a little bit more difficult. I still want to keep the end destination as Luna, but I need to go through some advanced configuration to jump through Imagine first. You want to click the Advanced button, and then click Advanced from the drop-down. Then under Connection, you want to go to Tunnel. Check that you want to connect through an SSH tunnel. You pick the intermediate device that will act as the tunnel. Choose imagine.mines.edu, just as we did in the SSH tutorial. Username, same username. You can save your password if you would like. Leave the local tunnel port as auto-select. This will automatically set up a local port, then set up an SSH tunnel that can be directly used to access Luna. So, we're using Imagine as a proxy to get to Luna. Hit OK. Now, we want to save this profile so that we don't have to go through those steps again. I'll call this Luna via Imagine to denote that this is using some sort of tunnel. So now, I can hit Login. First, it'll authenticate me with Imagine. Then, it'll use Imagine to set up the tunnel, and then try to connect me to Luna directly. Upon typing my password in twice, remember that there are two different authentications going on, first into Imagine, and then into Luna. And if you remember from the SSH tutorial, I had that folder, Git repos. Yep, I'm definitely on Luna. So now, I can use WinSCP as you normally would. This is exactly how it would look if you were SCPing to Luna, either from outside or inside of the campus. Everything on the right is what is inside of the Luna box. Everything on the left is what we have on our local computer. The default location is your home directory in Linux servers and your documents folder on your local computer. In my documents, I have a folder called my website that has that index that shows my simple page. So I want to copy that into a new directory on Luna. So in my home directory, I actually want to create a new folder, and WinSCP allows us to do that. This one with the little gear in the folder is Create New Remote Directory. So in my current directory, in my home folder, I want to create a new folder called CSCI 445. And I'm going to leave the default permissions. You can change this if you would like, but the defaults are fine. Hit OK, and now we have a new directory. So I want to copy that index into that folder. Simply click and drag from the left to the right, leave the defaults, and hit OK. It has now been copied onto Luna, and if we were to SSH in, we would find that that file is there. From here, my suggestion would be to maintain a development copy inside of your home folder on Luna. Then, when you want to deploy to production or show it to the public class, then copy it into the serve directory into your team folder. You can also set up symlinks between the serve directory and your home folder so that you can always reference the same one, or create duplicates, or what have you. So that has been how to use WinSCP on Windows to copy files from your local computer into the Luna server. As an added bonus, you can set up WinSCP to create a port tunnel for you. I'll now go through the steps to show you how to do this on Linux and Mac. Since I'm on a Windows computer and I want to show Linux and Mac, I'm going to SSH into an Alamo machine so I can show you how to SCP on Linux and Mac. I have the exact same website that I have here inside of a computer on Alamo. If you use an Alamo machine to develop locally, this is how you may copy files onto Luna. So, assuming you're inside of the Mines campus, this is a relatively simple process. There's a command called SCP. It stands for Secure Copy. And it takes two required arguments, the file to copy and the destination. So we want to copy the index.html file onto a destination. The destination looks kind of like it does when SSHing, except it's just a little bit different and the flags are slightly different as well. If you're using the default port, we don't have to add any extra flags. We specify the server, followed by a colon, and then we specify the directory. Do note, if any directories have spaces, this part turns out to not work very well. We want to copy into our home directory, which is referenceable by / or tilde. So if I run this command, it'll copy index into a folder on Luna. And I know that the CSCI 445 folder exists. So when I run SCP, it'll copy the index file onto Luna into that directory. Let's say I accidentally put in a folder that doesn't exist. Well, based on the way SCP works, if this destination is not a folder and doesn't exist, it'll rename the file to that. So, if we SSH into Luna, we'll find that there will be a file called CSCI that looks like our website. Be very careful when SCPing files over. So, our index has been copied over to Luna, and now it's accessible. This is how you can SCP using a terminal on either Linux or Mac. On Windows, use WinSCP. To set up a tunnel into Luna from the outside campus so you can SCP, you want to reference my first video about SSH tunneling and this video about SCPing. However, when you're setting up a tunnel, you'll want the end destination port on Luna to be port 22, the SSH port. Then, when you connect to your local port using SCP, it'll go into Luna through Imagine, winding up on the SSH port.